Hey guys, it's Jeff. Happy Halloween. Got my shirt on. I guess I am dressing up tonight, and you'll see more pictures. I'm going to do a quick video. This is for my friends that like to trade. And so if you don't like to trade, you can shut it off right now. If you want to learn how to trade, you certainly can do that. Reason why I learned or wanted to learn how to trade was because my dad took a lot of stock in a company. He sold it. He sold his business to a Fortune 500 company. It was at the height of the stock market, and if we would have known how to make money when the stock market went down, or protected his shares of stock, we would have been able to save it and to possibly even make even more money on the downfall. So I wanted to learn. I knew that there was ways of how to make money when the stock market goes down. Obviously when it goes up, anybody can do that, but not everybody. I shouldn't say that. And then I took an options course with Adam. That's my brother. We paid about 15 grand for that, and learned how to trade options. And options are just simply a leveraged vehicle derivative, and you can make money, tremendous amounts of money, or lose tremendous amounts of money. And that's kind of what we learned to do, and both made money and lost money. So, but I wanted to kind of share with you some of my thoughts kind of going into the week of what I'm looking at and how I'm looking at it, what I'm looking to do, yada yada, what I wish I would have done, yada yada, and kind of learn from my mistakes and grow from them. So if you are interested in learning how to trade options, I did put a course together for people who want to learn how to do it. Very economical. It's not 15 grand. It's not even $1,000, which it should be. But I put together a series of videos, how to set up your charts, how to read them, a checklist of buying options, and that type of thing. So let's kind of go forward. Let's kind of look at some opportunities. Now, you'll see here that I have the 5 and 50-day moving average. It says, let's change that to 5. The 5 and the 50-day moving average. This is kind of my bread and butter. This is what I like a lot. I'll show you one that I was looking at last week. In fact, I sent a text message to my friend Craig, and I said, listen, I am looking to get into this one. I did not get into this one, and I wish I did. Whenever the lines cross, I found that, not all the time, but sometimes you can make money. That's kind of my signal. So if the 5-day moving average, which is the blue line, crosses below the 50-day moving average, the red line, that indicates a bearish trade. So meaning if you did take my options course to buy puts, that's exactly what I did on this one. And this was when the market really corrected. It was down 1,000 points. I was so happy. Other people are stressed. I'm sure that are they're on the other side of the trade too. So you got to keep in mind, there's always two sides of the trade. So someone's betting on the stock going up, someone's betting on the stock going down. Now, I typically like to trade ETFs. This is the healthcare ETF, XLV. The reason why is because I don't have to follow 10 million stocks. I only have to know a few and kind of follow a few, and that's just easier for me and I think a lot of other people. So as you can see here, the blue line, when it crosses above the red line, it indicates a bullish opportunity. So I actually was watching this one, and you can see it came close here, but didn't go through. But last week it went through the 50-day moving average, indicating a possible new direction in the or trend in the trade. So this would be one to take. Now, how I trade them is I buy options 2 to 3 months out in the money options. Now, if you have no clue what I'm talking about, I would recommend you at least kind of look at my course. But anyway, so that's kind of like how that was looking. So let's look at some other opportunities. IWM. Okay, so this one just recently crossed, and it's been chopping around. And I am playing this one to the long side. We'll see what happens. If it does fall below the 50-day moving average, then I am going to get out of this trade, and for a small loss. But it's worth the try. I've got to try it. So XLK, this is the ETF for technology. You can see this one across the 50-day moving average. It's had a nice trend trend up. Let's look at DIA. This is the Dow Jones. Now, some of these trade ideas that I've gotten from Market Masters, if you know, disclaimer, I am an affiliate with Market Masters. It gives you signals of when to buy the ETFs, which I trade anyway. We had a signal in DIA. Now, my signal would have cut in a little bit earlier, just so everybody knows. Not to say that I'm better than Market Masters. I'm just saying that this is an opportunity. This is more of a short-term trade. They're waiting for it, you know, with some other confirmations, which I don't know about. So, but this would be either when you would have taken it long and wrote it up. Again, I trade the that would have been a call option on that one. So, SPY. SPY looks, again, crossed over, so a potential trend reversal. Let's see here, which obviously it is. Silver, SLV. This one crossed here, and it did cross here, right? But it came down, and then it crossed down below again. And, you know, it's not going to work all the time, but it's basically, for me, it's worth a try. So if you are looking at stocks, let's look at some well-known stocks. Facebook, you can see crossed here. You're saying, well, it crossed here too, and it didn't really make a big of a move. Yep, so you're absolutely right. So when it does cross below that line, that's when you're out. That's when you put a stop loss in right below the 50-day moving average. That way you don't risk very much, because you are going to have a loss, right? But if you just don't have the whole loss. The other alternative is hold it and see what happens. But if it kept on going down, then you would have been losing all your money. So that's why you have a stop loss. What else? Let's look at, oh yeah, Netflix is one I'm looking at for the long side, and NFLX. So this one just crossed the 50-day moving average, so I am looking at possibly getting involved in this one. I'll see if it might pull back just a little, if it can pull back just a little bit, I might get into this one with some calls. Okay, so let's look to the downside. So looks, I've got TLT. What else did I write down? Just TLT for the puts. So it had a good day on Friday. See what happens. But if it does cross below the 50-day moving average, could be a possible, trade to the downside. However, you know, it hasn't crossed the 50-day moving average. In fact, it's right there. We'll see what happens. You know, I've taken this trade before. What else are we going to look at? Let's look at gold, GLD. Okay, look at GLD. So what happened? It crossed here, and it would have got a lot of people out here, but then it climbed back up, and then now it's crossing here. If the 5-day moving average is too quick for you, you can certainly use the 10-day moving average. As you can see, the 10-day moving average is a little bit of a laggard. So look at IWM for the 10-day moving average. Okay, so see what happens. It's just right at the 10-day moving average, not a big deal. Again, I'm playing this one to the long side. So the best returns for me have been this crossover method. And if you like this, and if you see yourself that you could say, yes, I could do this part-time, and that's exactly what it is. It's not full-time. It's a part-time awesome activity that you could be doing to make some extra money or lose some extra money. Again, I'm not a financial expert or advisor. I'm just a guy that learned how to trade by himself, watching 10 million videos and reading a lot of books. So that's that. So if you do like what you see, this is not a sales thing, but if you do like you see, you can go to my course and check it out. I'll put the link to the course at the bottom. So hopefully this has made sense. What else am I looking at, just so I know? Oh yeah, I didn't look at these for you. USO, this is not US, we want USO. This is oil ETF. We'll go with a 5 and the 50-day moving average. You can see this one's right about ready to cross to the long side. I will possibly take a look at this one as a trade, a quick trade to the long side, buying some calls. What else am I looking at? Oh yeah, IBB. Interesting. It seems like it's trying to get through the 50-day moving average, having a little bit of trouble. If it does go up through the 50-day moving average and the market kind of comes back with a little bit of a vengeance, new all-time highs, then I'm definitely looking at IBB with a potential crossover with buying some calls on that one. I was looking at the IBD, Investors Business Daily newspaper today. I get it on Saturdays. And I was looking at this one for a possible options play with PLAY, Dave and Buster's. With, again, as you can see there, it's kind of, if it does go through the 50-day moving average, could be a good opportunity. Now the IBD stocks, let's go back to me real quick. Now the IBD stocks are typically the ones with the best fundamentals. So they wouldn't be in the paper if they didn't have good fundamentals. So these have an opportunity to rise quite a bit. And that's for a stock, that's great. So but the ETFs kind of move a little bit slower. So if you are looking, or you're trying to be more aggressive, then you certainly could do that. It's up to you. So those are, that's what I'm looking at right now. And we'll see if I take any of those trades going in. Now, I do have a secret Facebook group, so if you do take the course, then I certainly just put you in there so you can learn a little bit more real time what we're up to. So, all right, take care. Have an awesome Halloween. Bye-bye.